Yeah, man, it was a great experience. And yeah, look, I mean, like I've met her before. And
Okay.
yeah, actually I did a CUA certification. It's called Certified Usability Analyst certification by Human Factor Interaction,
Mm-hmm.
HFI. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I
yeah,
think I
yeah,
think I've
yeah.
seen that. I think I've seen it on LinkedIn. I think I've seen that
Oh,
company before. I think I've seen that company before.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, it's one of the well-known companies in the industry. Yeah, and yeah, like if you could invest in one of those certifications, for your career, that would be great. Yeah, but I think the most important thing is to get a bit of experience so that you can like capitalize like on the course.
What? Can you please
Yeah,
repeat the
'cause,
name of the certificate?
um just let me see. uh human factor human factors international. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link now
All
to
right.
the website. Yeah, it's called CUA. Let me just type it here. CUA, and yeah. So, but yeah, guys. Otherwise, Fortunate, how are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I can't complain.
Yeah, my network is bad, guys. Please bear with me. Yeah, I've got load shedding here, and yeah, the Wi-Fi stopped working. I'm using a backup internet connection.
Okay. Yeah. But it's just that was
Yeah.
your video is a bit slow
Can you
now
guys hear me clearly?
because of that. I can see you clearly, but it's just your video is just a bit slow now.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, so as long as you can hear me at least, yeah. So I've got I'm gonna be doing a talk at Umuzi. They invited me. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm sharing this with you guys. Yeah, I know that you said you wanted to do their program.
Yes, I recently got the email, even like when was it? This week, telling me that whenever they're gonna get like a company, they're gonna choose me because I've already passed. Like I told them, like I've already passed the what's this, the aptitude test. So they just kept on reassuring me about like whenever, as soon as they get like a company to work with, they're gonna pick me to actually work with that company. So I'm still waiting for that. Yes.
Yeah. So what? I thought you wanted to do a program with them, or what is the story?
So basically, the reason why I went to Muzi was to apply for a learnership for UX design, which I applied for in early Feb. Yeah, early this year, like early Feb. I think it was around like 11th of February. So I applied. I did
Guys,
my.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, but we can't. You're not moving. Yeah, I guess because
It's recorded. It's recorded. So we're live.
yeah, I know, bro.
How you been, Mrs. Fortunate?
Nigger, remember it's recorded. Re tla bua, dog. Sharp, ne?
Says I'm the host now, so how's it going now? So I don't know how we're gonna add Sir now because it says I'm the host now. I don't know whether I should add him again. Oh, let me just go check on my LinkedIn. Is there anything? Oh, load shading, guys. Yeah, for now it's just not saying anything right now.
Can you hear me, Fortunate?
I can hear you now, sir. I can hear you now, sir.
Sure. Yeah, man. So I wanted to know, right?
Huh?
Are you planning to do a program with Umuzi or what? Like, have you done like a design program with them, or what is the story?
Okay, my story. With Umuzi, they're offering learnerships for UX design. So it's
Yeah.
like a boot camp they're offering. Yes, it's the same one Nyakalo did for him to land a
Yes.
job there by Old Mutual. So something similar like that. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. So for me, it's me applying the. It's gonna allow me to get like a learnership and hopefully land a job after the whole boot camp because I would get to work with like big companies. So that is
Yeah.
my aim to land a job at the end. That's my goal, to land a job.
Yes. Yeah. So when are you starting with their program?
They haven't said. They said they're waiting to they're waiting for one of the companies to agree to just like I think to agree on something. I don't know. Like I think it's a contract where they get like they allow us to actually join the company. So they're just waiting for agreement from any company that wants to work with them, and then they're gonna start like recruiting us. Because ever since I think it's been since
Okay.
the last time they recruited was in May. Yeah.
Okay. No, it's fine. So look, I want to reach out to them. That's why I'm asking, and see
Oh,
if I can talk to them so that they can help you.
okay. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So I think so. I mean, yeah. Look, I can motivate on my side, but we've hired designers now. We're planning to look for more for next
Yes.
year. Yeah, but yeah, because they've asked me to do a talk there, and I think on the 23rd of September.
Okay. And then I want to.
Yeah.
Is it?
So
Yeah.
I'll probably I thought let me just speak to you first and hear.
Okay. No, I'd be really interested in that because they
Yeah.
already seen my work and I've already like passed their aptitude test. Everything that they wanted from me, I've done it. And I've passed that. So I'm just waiting for a company to actually start
Okay.
recruiting UX designers. And that's the only thing I'm waiting for.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll speak to them and say, hey, look, I think you've got potential, and with your attitude, right? If you go through their program, and
Yes.
yeah, because like we have to decide. If I'm happy with someone, then then I can say, okay, cool. This person can come and join the team, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like I'd want you to go through, the process, and yeah, because the reason why I'm willing to help you is that I've seen your attitude, I've seen your interest, and
Yes.
yeah, like I would love to help you. Yeah, in whichever way possible.
Yeah. So no, I really appreciate that. I really
Yeah,
do appreciate that.
that's yeah. No. That's fine. I will, probably just remind me on Monday. I'll draft them an email and say, hey, I've met you, and this is what I think, and let's see what opportunities are possible.
Okay. And I'll definitely remind you. Probably remind you on Sunday as well. So I'll just let you know on Sunday or just Monday morning before you draft the email.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and yeah, fortunate. I also want to get to understand you and see how I can be of help.
Okay, no problem. But I'm new to this, so I'm still
No,
learning.
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. If you knew, right? Like, I'm happy to help. I'm saying if you're new, I am happy to help you to get somewhere, right? And I think the most important thing is just like, the willingness to learn. And you can learn and grow at your own pace.
True.
So yeah. And I actually want I want us to talk about, having a structured approach that could help some of you guys. And yeah, like, I mean, the couple of things that you guys can do, right, that I can help you with in terms of assessing where you're at, right? And also, I think by doing, you'll be able to learn, right? The only way to learn is to get your hands dirty. I don't know, do you have any like design tools right now? I just want to understand, like, where are you at?
Okay, I guess you're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still doing a bit of research. I got the Udemy certificate. I'm not sure if it's legitimate. The Udemy certificate for UX and UI design.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know about a lot of these certificates that are out there, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then in terms of projects, I'm struggling a bit. I don't know where to start and all of that.
Okay, so what are you doing currently?
I'm just upgrading my skills. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what just happened right now.
So you're saying you're just upgrading your skills?
Yeah, I'm busy learning. Like, that's what I'm currently doing because I just recently graduated. So yeah, I'm trying to find my path. And UX and UI seemed really interesting. So that's why I'm here. I want to learn more. I want to be part of the team, I guess.
Yeah. So you graduated in what?
Software developer.
Okay. Are you working right now? Because I just want to understand your situation, like, so that I can see.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. So what I want to do is, right, I want to give you an opportunity so that you can do something that you can reference. And so Ndogozo, you were asking me if you could work on the website for experience design. And I think, the best way for you to learn and also to get a benefit, not just to learn, right, is to actually to do something that you can reference. That someone can say, okay, cool, this is what you've done, right? And I want you guys, to actually, prepare yourselves, right?
Okay.
I want you to to research, right, about the number of websites that, let's say, design YouTubers have. Okay. And think about, what could go on the website. Okay. What can be done there? look at the
Alright.
content that we have on YouTube, right?
Okay.
Like for instance, we run design competitions, and we can curate designers, etc. Right? And we can talk about a lot of things, right? And we can have an archive of previous winners, etc. So I want you guys to think about that, right? And
Okay.
to think about how we can structure the content.
Okay.
So I don't want to give you too much. I want you guys to think about this opportunity openly, so that you can apply your mind creatively. And
Okay, can I
then
share? Oh, so sorry.
you
So
yeah. Okay, sure. Just give me a moment. I'm coming back.
okay, structure the website.
Okay, cool, guys. Yeah, sure, I'm back. So I want you just to, as I said, right, I want you to think openly about the opportunities, and do your research, ask me questions, etc. And I want you to take this opportunity, right, to go through the entire process where you understand the requirements. You get an opportunity to validate the concept, etc. We'll organize a few people to test it with, etc. Before you, Dogozo, implement, because you said you've got some WordPress skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, okay, no,
I'm keen to hear
definitely.
what you guys think of that.
Okay, no, I think it's a great idea because I have some what's this, some ideas on how we can build, because most of the time I like to, as like I told you before, like I like to engage with UX design, and most UX designers that I watch from YouTube, they have their own websites, and what I can tell, what I can see from that, there's certain things that I think we can incorporate in your website. Like for instance, we could have like a community, like what's this, okay, so some UX designers that have websites, they use us this Discord to actually communicate with each other, where they share material, where they ask for help, where they just like, if there's any design critique, they post anything there. We could include what's this feedback. With your YouTube videos too, we could include like a section called tutorials, and you just include those videos, and maybe like have like a short description that says what's this video about, and then you can just click on that video. That's gonna direct you to YouTube. So yeah, so I think there's a lot of things we can incorporate in the website that's gonna be helpful to the user. Can you still hear me? Just froze.
Yes, yes, you can.
Can you
Ish,
still hear me,
guys, yeah,
sir?
sorry. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, guys. I said,
Load shedding.
yeah, we've got load shedding here, and
Okay.
also this backup is not helping. Yeah, it's yeah, but anyways, it's fine. You were saying?
So basically, I said, from the YouTubers that I'm UX designers that I've seen on YouTube. So what we can incorporate into the website is like we create like a section on your website where it says tutorials, where we include all those videos. Maybe like I have like a short description for people to actually engage with. So they just click the link, and they click on the video on your website, then it's gonna direct them to YouTube. we could also have like a community, like on Discord, where you can engage with each other. Because I know everybody's busy, but if we have a community and try to encourage each other, like, hey guys, I'm looking forward to Fridays, 4 p.m. Design session. Understand? So I think that's some of the things we can incorporate. And what else did I think about? Oh yeah, and comment sections for people who maybe might be browsing on your website to also like give us feedback on how do they feel about your website. Do they feel connected to the website, or what do they think that is still missing? So that's another thing that we can incorporate to the website. So it's just basically, it's like a bunch of things that we can include there. But I think, yeah, we should do more research and just come back with you with information on how we can make this website like a better website for designers and people who want to learn. Go on.
I choose.
Mr. Mpuzumi, sir. I'm asking for Mr. Mpuzumi.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying another option. Let's see if this one is much better.
All right. Did you hear me, or do you still want me to repeat that again?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I know it's fine. It's fine. Where did I end? What did I mention?
So you're talking about the videos, right? On having a section of the videos and then linking to YouTube, and then you mentioned Discord or something. And
yes, it's for community where we because that's where like a lot of designers actually try to interact. Because I see like a lot of YouTubers that I see, other UX designers, they're always talking about Discord, and I see it's just a nice way to talk about to talk with UX designers all around the world. So I think that's another great concept. And then another thing, like having a review section where people can actually comment about your website, talking about what we can improve and what maybe they can also tell us whether it's working or not for them. You understand? So I think that's just some of the things we can incorporate. And and I think we should just need to do more research about how we can improve the websites for designers.
Okay. Fortunate, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have Figma?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have Adobe as well.
Okay, cool. So what I want to do, right? I want you guys to take this opportunity, right? I want you guys to go through the entire design process. You do your research, you present the research to me. You share your ideas, and then I will decide on what will be the most impactful. I'll decide on the most impactful features, right? And then from that, I want you to ideate, based on the requirements. So we're going to have a list of requirements. Okay. Yeah. We will co-create the requirements. In this case, we're doing things a bit different. And I have some ideas, but I want to hear from you guys. And there are some ideas, they're overlapping already, to have high level content about what we have on the channel, to also talk about the design challenges, and also be able to announce the winners, etc. Right. And also, a section to talk about, the contributors on the channel. So I was at F&B, right? And we're planning to do some more work with them. And so yeah, if you saw the entire video, there's more to it. And so there is a guy who's interested, to jump into the platform to contribute. So yeah, I met him through the head of UX at FNB, the lady that I interviewed. Yeah. So yeah, those are like great people to know, and to well, those are the great people to be known by. Let me just say, right? And as I said, right, I want this to be an opportunity for you guys, right, to be able to get a job, to be able to to showcase your work, etc. Right,
Yes.
and yeah, so I don't want us to talk theoretically. So as from today, there's a big homework,
Okay.
and I want you guys to join the knowledge sharing sessions that we have on Thursdays.
Okay. That's
Come in
perfect.
there. Sorry.
Wait,
So have you been to our channel?
the experience
YouTube?
design.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you go there? You will see the upcoming, live sessions.
Because I wanted to ask you this week, because like, is it possible for me to join? So I thought maybe it's a company thing. Maybe you can't join or something. So I was like, I wanted to join. I wanted to ask if it's possible for me to join and be part of that knowledge sharing.
Yeah, no, yeah. You can join. That's why I said to you, you
Yeah.
can present, right? So it's really about knowledge sharing session.
Oh, okay.
That's it. It's just about sharing knowledge. That's it. And there's nothing, secretive about it. And because it's just a matter of just, uh, hooking up with other designers and sharing what you know, so that we can all improve and be better designers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want you guys to join it, and I want you guys to prepare yourselves so that you can contribute and ask questions, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's an opportunity to network and to be known, right? And it's an opportunity to learn. And to get opportunities, unfortunately, you can't be too far from people who are already in
Yes.
the game. You need to be very, very close to them. And even when you're inside, you need to have an attitude that shows that you're hungry. You must, behave like you're still looking for an opportunity, even if you've got the opportunity, to stay hungry.
Yeah.
That's how you can, improve and be respected in the space.
Okay. No, I'd really
Yeah.
appreciate that opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm
So
looking forward to that.
yeah, so fortunate. I would
Definitely.
also, yeah, at some point, I want to give you an opportunity to do a knowledge sharing session and present.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Yeah. So you'll be presenting to a lot of designers, who've been in the game for some time. Also, some they're young, they just started, this year. Yeah, and I said, like, right. I mean, the platform is open, and I want to be able to connect, inspire, and build an African design community. And these are like one of the opportunities, for us to do that. So, I mean, I am going to announce this. There is a guy, that's going to come, and contribute to the design system content on the channel. And that's why I was, well, it's another reason why I was at FNB. And yeah, I mean, it's an awesome company, as you guys know. And, it's full of designers who are passionate about design. And yeah, I mean, I'm planning to connect with a lot of designers from different companies. And yeah, so I said, I want you guys to build, to have a portfolio, and I want us to do this thing end to end. I'm gonna pay for the participants. I want you guys to recruit them, and I will organize sessions, and I'll see maybe if I have to give them money, or maybe buy them vouchers or gifts or whatever. But I want to give you guys that full experience where you design something, you run a usability test, you refine your concepts based on the feedback, and once you guys are confident, then Ndogozo, you can start replicating that experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I've actually, yeah, I saw this like website, man, like and I'm gonna leave it here. Let me actually see. Um
Can I please come back real quick?
Sorry.
Just yeah.
I'll be back. May I please be excused just for a few minutes?
Sure. Yeah, so I don't know, do you have any questions maybe based on the content that you've seen on YouTube? Because I asked you guys to, browse through some content. If you've got questions, I'm happy to address them.
Not really, other than your videos being a bit short.
Or you want them to be longer?
I see 1 minute, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
But they're quite
generally,
informative. I live here.
okay.
Other than that, I don't really have questions.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, okay, regarding to the UX program, graduate, whatever, like where can we get? Because I've been searching, but I can't find programs for UX or UI designers.
I mean, programs where? Sorry?
Like internships.
Yeah. So we started one, at Old Mutual. We've gotten we got about 10 designers. Yeah, and we work with an organization called Omuzi. And yeah, have you heard about them?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So I think it's also, you can also like try to apply to them. It's a great opportunity, and you can also like check out others, and I'll also like see if I could find decent ones out there. But so a lot of companies, right? Some they will employ graduates. So we have a big like IT graduate at Old Mutual, and people like they often like rotate, right? Yeah, and also even this one that I've mentioned, right? But like we prefer to work with people that have got some exposure to design, so that we don't have to start from scratch, right? So if you've done, so that's why I'm saying, like, right, with this opportunity, we can quickly create something big out of it, so that you guys have got something solid to reference, even when you're applying to Umuzi or to whichever internship program. I will check, because I've seen a few companies. Even I want to be able to recommend, right, maybe to some of the companies that I come across, and be like, hey, there's this person, she's like this and that, she's done this, etc. But I want to see your work first before I can even recommend you to any person.
Yeah, true.
Right. Yeah. So that's why even with Ntokozo, I can speak about your attitude, but I can't confidently speak about your work as a designer, because I want to see more, and I want to be able to assess you guys, right? Because people that know me, they will expect that if I say someone is good,
Yeah, they've been saying, and I know that people who work with you, it's like, hey, this man is very strict, man. He won't just say it's good, Jay. You need to see how you did it. So that's true. So I've heard things like that about you.
Yeah. So like I want to give you guys that opportunity, and be able, and also for me to be able to assess, right?
Okay.
And I mean, it's really about like reputation. And for me, when I recommend someone, I want to be confident that this person would, they will do what they promise to do, right? And if you're new into the space, it's fine, as long as you've got an attitude, right? I'm happy to support you, give you guidance, right? So as I said, right, there's the understand phase, which I want you guys to start from today. And you can bother me anytime, drop questions, you can ask me at any
So
time.
where do we find you if we have questions?
So I'll give you guys, so on LinkedIn, you can message me there. Yeah, I can connect with me via LinkedIn, and yeah, we can just talk one-on-one. Yeah, and then we'll take it from there. So this meeting is gonna come to an end. I'll restart it. So you guys must rejoin.
Okay,
All right, no problem.
Yeah. So let me, it's less than a minute now, and it might stop at any time. But yeah, just give me a moment. I just need to go to YouTube. Okay, cool. It's still this. Okay, are you guys back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, sure. Yeah. What was I saying now? Just trying to remember. So yeah, as I said, right, we need to go through the entire design process, right? Understanding the requirements, from a business perspective. The business is me in this case, but I also want you guys to contribute, right? I'm not gonna say this is what we should be doing. I want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to share your ideas, do your research, etc., and also check, what we can do technically based on, WordPress. We can use WordPress, or we can even use something else, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like, I came across this awesome company, and let me share this with you. Don't panic, but
Let's see, maybe it's something I can recreate on WordPress.
Yeah.
Can you guys see?
I can see.
Yeah. So this is like look, I need to spend a bit of time on this side from a consulting agent like Tibet. They do design, and yeah, I thought what they've done here is great. And I'm just gonna, right, yeah, you can just browse through this and then see, kind of experience that they have, right? It's pretty awesome, interactive, engaging, etc. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I'm also like happy to, hear from you guys in terms of what you think is the best, right? Because if you reference something great, right, it's also going to be good for someone to look at your work and be like, hey, okay, I think these guys, they've done a great job here, right? Because the aim is to be able to sell the experience so that you can convince anyone else that you are worth listening to.
Yes. Since we're showing each other website, can I also show your website?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, but
Please share.
since I'm using my phone, may you please search it for us? It's called seed.com. Is that okay? Seed.com.
Okay, just give me the spelling. I'm gonna share on my site.
SEED.com.
Yeah, SEED.com.
D.com. Yes.
Okay.
One of the I think it's one of the 7 websites I was watching about this week.
Okay.
It's one of the yes.
Okay, cool. It looks interesting. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I love how yeah, as I scroll up and down. Yeah, so yeah, this yeah, this is an interesting site to look at, right? It's like when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I want to explore it more and see what else happens, right?
Yeah.
So I want something along these lines, something unique, and appealing, aesthetically, interactive. It's not like a dead and static, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It's great. I'll explore more of it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, before we get carried away, right, by the aesthetics and the, like I want us to, to go through the process, right, thoroughly in terms of understanding what matters.
Okay.
And then once we know that, we can think creatively about how we can translate what matters into a engaging and awesome experience.
Okay, so I actually wanted to ask about last week's task.
Sure.
Remember, you said we need to come up. You said we need to do research on our questions and what we were discussing last week. And
yeah.
You wanted us to basically let me see. I wrote it down. Things I write a lot of things down, so sorry about that. Let's see. What it takes to understand the customer, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Those the main questions you talked about, and so you said we're gonna talk about it like this week. So I don't know. I'm just reminding you because I think you forgot maybe.
Yeah. No, that's fine, right? Even this conversation is not far from that, right? Because
yes, I can see that. So I'm just like trying to remind you that we said we're gonna discuss that too. But
yeah. So I said you guys can come with questions, whatever design questions you have, and I'm happy to address them. And also, if you've got, maybe designs that you want feedback on, yeah. But yeah, so that's like an open invite for anyone that joins, right?
okay.
But I think the most important thing is, because I want you guys to benefit from this, right? That's why I thought about it, because I was like, let me just use this opportunity, right, so that you guys can do something meaningful. And yes, I because this thing is still like relatively new. I haven't paid a lot of attention to the website. I just started because I was playing, just to see, okay, this is what I can do, and I just stopped. But now I want to actually do it thoroughly and start from scratch pretty much, right? And whatever thinking is relevant, we can still, employ it, but we shouldn't be limited by whatever that you've seen, right? Yeah, because I was just like playing around, as I said. And right now, I want you guys to take the opportunity, right, to go through the understand phase. Once you do that, we'll talk about, ideation, right? And once you ideate, I want to see, awesome experiences that you guys have come across, relevant, to what we're doing, and researching designers that are running design competitions. There's even like the APSA one, right? Design hackathon.
I joined that. I joined the hackathon.
Yeah. No, I saw that. And also, yeah, Fortune, yeah,
Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Yeah, you could also like look into it, and it's a great opportunity because here's the thing, right? With some of these hackathons, you get to be exposed, right, to other designers, and if you're really kicking ass at this thing, it's an easier way of being noticed, and it's so it is like an indirect opportunity, right? Yeah. So I want you guys to think about these opportunities so that you can clearly see what the value you will get out of them, right? So as I said, yeah, today that's what we wanna be doing, right? And let's talk about what we need to do. Let's do our competitor research, and also in terms of the experience, we can look at that later, right? But whenever we've got a gap, that's fine. But I don't want you guys to be too concerned about looking at awesome websites. We will count. I mean, we will do that exercise, right? But the main important thing is to research. There are a number of designers that are in the space. Whether they're from the US, the UK, Switzerland or wherever, right? I don't care. There's something great to learn, right? And also, if there are any ideas, let's write them down, and then think. And I want you to start working on Figma, so that you can have like a more like structured way, right? I don't want like fat documentation. I want you guys to be able to dump screens, to be able to just like write few lines. Okay, I think this is what we can do. Straightforward, nothing fancy, so that we're able to move quicker, right? And yeah, so you guys, you can invite me to your space. I'll share my email address so that I can have a look and then see. And yeah, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, no problem. So our main task. So when is this task due? So we're just focusing on research right now, just doing research for the experience design website.
So you guys, I'm not gonna give you timelines. I want you to work as fast as you can.
Okay.
So here's what needs to happen. Okay.
Okay.
First, we need to have a list of stuff that we can potentially do.
Okay.
Okay. And we need to be clear about our digital strategy. What purpose the website will serve, what YouTube will serve, Instagram or TikTok, whatever, right? I'm just sharing, okay? And if you understand the purpose of the website, it will drive traffic, right? It's meant to attract traffic for those who are searching design concepts from Google. I want them to land on the website. That means we need to have content. The content that we have on YouTube, we need to have it so that it's SEO friendly. If you talk about like search engine optimization, right?
Yes.
We need to have like certain keywords, right? So that we can attract them. Okay. So I want you guys to think about the journey, how we attract customers, engage, convert them, and nurture them. In this case, we want designers to be part of the experience design community, to form part of the African community that we want to connect, inspire, and build.
Right.
So, okay, because there are those who just want to know what are the best practices for doing X. What does design principle X mean, etc. Right? They will go in and out, boom, boom. A minute or two, they're just looking for an answer. We want to be able to catch them. There are those, who will stumble upon us. They want to learn about design, right? They want to. Then there are those who want to attend events, socialize, etc. There are those who feel that they have got some knowledge to share. We want them to be able to come to us and, connect with us so that they can inspire other designers by doing a live knowledge sharing session. There are those who are looking for design opportunities, and they want to understand a design culture at FNB, All Mutual, FNB, Standard Bank, etc. right? So what I did with F&B, I want to do it for other brands.
Okay. So with my understanding from what you're just saying right now, because you're saying there are those who want to, attend events, there are those who want to learn about UX design, there are those who want to do this and that. So from that, I can say that we're in the research phase of everything. So with that, I wanted to ask that since we're in research phase, because the process of UX design is research, empathize, ideate.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So that process. So right now we're in the phase of research. So you want us to also like conduct user interviews, user surveys, and just go out and just ask people what they would like to learn or what they would want to expect from a UX design website, basically.
So right now, right? Okay, I want you guys to do your research first online.
Also secondary. So we're just gonna focus on secondary research.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Research online, and
Township. So the network is really bad this side as well.
yeah, no, that's fine. I just want us to wrap up quickly.
Okay. So go ahead. Did you join? Oh no.
Okay, cool.
You should try to join. Oh, yeah, she's here.
Yeah, she's here. Cool. Yeah. So as I was saying, right? I wanted us to I want us to wrap up quickly. Yeah,
Okay.
but I said, right? Yeah, I want you guys. I want us to go through the entire process, and yes, I'll
Yeah.
give you guidance in terms of what is important and what you can skip.
Okay. So we were just talking about like I remember I was asking you about research and you said you wanted just to do research from the internet. So I was like, okay, so basically we're just doing secondary research and that's the only thing we're doing right now, secondary research. No, no, we don't focus on primary right now, like the user surveys and interviews.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So I want you. So here's the thing, right?
Huh?
I don't want you to interact with people blindly, right? Like if you go through the research, right? If you do it online, you get to see, okay, these are we've got so okay. So the number of things, right? As I said, we are attracting different audiences. That's
Okay.
where your personas will come in. There are those who
Okay.
are experienced, right? They want to share their knowledge. Okay. There are those who are new into the space, they want to learn.
Okay.
There are those who are interested, in doing design challenges, etc. Right, and they want to enhance their knowledge. Right.
Okay.
Of course,
Yes.
you might find someone who's interested in a lot of things, right? Yeah. So I want us to look at the research current, design influencers, check what they
Okay.
do, how they do what they do on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or wherever. Check their
Okay.
websites. What kind of content do they have? What features do they have, etc.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to teach you guys, like, quicker ways of doing things, right? And even at some point, right, you can even like take a bit of time to check the kind of comments that their audiences have. That will also give you insights. Okay, so there are a number of ways of doing research, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so because people will comment, you can see, oh, okay, maybe if you look at someone's like YouTube channel, okay, you can see the video that performs well. It's this kind of content. Oh, okay, let me go and check what are people saying, right? Because it is still feedback, right? You can check, okay, cool, design with Rooks. What are they doing, for instance? Oh, okay, they're doing this and this and that, right? Okay, cool. We can kind of like get a sense of what people are looking for, what they appreciate, and so forth, right? And yes, we can, supplement this like with designers. Maybe we can get maybe a few designers that we can talk to, right? But by the time you talk to them, right, you would have a lot of, like, context in terms of what can, in terms of what they're looking for, right? Because there will be like some overlap, with what they say versus what you've seen already. And also when they talk about stuff, you want to have an idea of what they're talking about, so that it's easier for you to ask, the right questions when you're probing, to follow up, etc. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you go in blindly, it's not great, because you won't have a sense of what you won't have a sense of what is valuable and what you should, go deep into in terms of questioning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then we can start ideating. So you guys can even start, by the time we meet next week, depends on how fast, you work. So for me, time is not, what delays people is not time, it's knowledge.
Okay.
What makes people not to make decisions is not time, it's knowledge.
Knowledge.
Once you have the knowledge, you're able to decide, right?
Okay.
You're able to
So-
move faster.
So let's say let's say I decide to work on, this research, and I obtained the research during the weekend. Am I supposed to like send you a text on Monday and say, like, I think my research is ready, or should I just wait for next Friday's design session?
No, it's fine. No, we can talk even during the week. We can find time after work, 30 minutes or
Okay.
whatever. I'm easy,
Okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So
all right.
because because here's the thing, right? I want you guys to work fast, because I'm gonna give you feedback and I want you to get better at this thing, right? And I want you guys to have something to reference. And
Yes.
because we don't have to, we can't take too long. If you take too long, it means that you can't have something to reference for yourself and say, this is what you've done.
Yes. So now it makes sense.
So so I want you guys to work as fast as you can. And I will avail myself even over the weekend. I'm cool, I'm easy, we
Okay.
can spend like 30 minutes an hour also, right? But like I so like I've got a lot of time, but I'm promising you guys that I'll make time for you, so that I know that I can know from my side that I've done what I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No
So
problem.
yeah. So I mean, after that, right? You will ideate, okay? Come up with some, concepts, research some concepts, etc.
Brainstorm.
Right? Yeah, and you will, share like seed.com or whatever in a sites that you think are cool and so forth. But I want us to to always reference our objectives so that it's clear, because I don't want to have like awesome meaningless digital experiences.
Yeah.
Right? It's very easy to design something that looks nice, but it's not impactful. Okay, I want you guys to be able to have like a light version of maybe 2 or 3 personas, not just a light version. I want you guys
Okay.
to have a light journey for a customer journey, so that I can see how you attract, engage, convert, and nurture our customer. In this case, our customers are designers.
All right. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. And so once we've done some design concepts, we'll refine those concepts, and we'll have a version that we can do usability test on. You guys are gonna draft a usability testing protocol.
Okay. With all the
Tell
interview
me,
questions.
yes, right?
Okay.
And we're gonna record the sessions,
Yes.
so that you can reference them. Will stream them live, and
Okay. So with that, do you also want us to, like, I guess, research how we can avoid biases? Because I remember in one of your videos you're talking about biases and stuff, and how you can try to avoid biases during interviews. Like, do you also want us to research that, or is it fine if we just do the usability study?
so if you check, I've covered some few, well, on my on the channel, there are videos that talk about usability testing. You guys can just watch those. They're very short, and
Yes,
then
I
we
saw
will do
that.
a dry run. Yeah, we'll do a dry run, right? Look, there's a lot of content that I feel like I need to create once I have time. But what we'll do is, you guys will you will pretend to be a customer, and she will do the UT,
Okay.
and vice versa. Okay,
Okay.
each you will have one round. Once you're done, then we will do the UT with the real participants.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So yeah, to get an opportunity to do UTs, a lot of designers, even designers that are that consider themselves as seniors, trust me, some they've never done a UT in their lives.
Really?
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that is gonna be a great opportunity. I said I'm happy to get people and pay them, and we can see maybe you guys can recruit some designers and yeah, and give them something. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, like I want you guys, because I want you guys to go through the entire process, and this can be done quickly, because I'll give you proper guidance in terms of what you do, etc., and give you guys a feedback in terms of what you need to eliminate
All right.
in the process.
All right. No problem. So okay, just to summarize everything you just said, né? So basically, we're just gonna do the UX process, UX design process. But then I wanted to know by Friday, what do you expect from us? Obviously, that's the research,
Search
and
part, yeah.
then I wanted to ask, by Friday, next week Friday, do you also expect us to also have like some ideas like ideation, as you were speaking about?
Yeah, so I want you guys to move as fast as you can.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna, yeah, like it's up to you. Like for me, right? If whether this happens or not, it's not gonna change my life.
Okay.
Okay, I want this to be impactful because it matters to you, and I want to support you guys in the best way possible. So there are a couple of things, right? For you to understand the requirements, to ideate, to design, to validate, and get a design ready for you to make it live.
Okay.
Are you with me? So
Yes,
yeah,
I'm with
you
you. No,
guys
I'm
can
with
push
you.
as much as you can, right?
Also,
Yeah,
so
like
basically do as much as you can for next week.
yeah, like
Okay.
if you can do the research and do some and have some concepts, you ideate, you share with me, and you start to like
Oh,
you can think
okay.
about the Hmm.
Another thing I want to ask. So let's say I do research, then I'm done with my research, then I want to move on to the next phase. Do I need like should I wait for you to actually give me like validation to actually move to the other thing, to the other stage? Because
No,
I feel like I can't just move on to empathize if my research is not done properly.
it's fine. So I'm giving you that, like I'm saying to you, do as much
Mm-hmm.
as you can, and
Okay.
we can set up time. I'm happy to review whatever you've done, right?
Okay. Okay.
So here's the thing. As a designer, you need to be flexible. Okay.
Okay.
There are times where you have the privilege of doing a lot of stuff in a short space of time, and you're given privilege to do so, right? I am still gonna review each and every phase.
Okay.
Okay. And you know, if you feel like 80% of what you've done is crap, it's fine. You can improve on it, right? And like ideally, if I had more time, I would say once you're done with step one, I want to review it. Then you do step two, etc.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't have the time. Like, and I don't want to delay you guys, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because I said, right, like I want to see the process, right? How you guys also understand it, and I want to see what you understand. So it's also an opportunity for me to assess where you're at.
Uh,
Yeah,
all right.
but
No problem. Okay.
yeah, but I don't want you guys to be scared of being wrong.
No, of course, of course, of course. No,
Yeah, like
I just wanted like confirmation from that one, but it's fine. As you said, we also like talk with you on LinkedIn and just catch up
yeah,
and just yeah, and then tell you okay,
yeah.
this I'm done with my research. I'm going to move on to my next stage. Since and I heard you talking about
Sorry,
light
just
versions.
just pause a
Okay.
bit. Fortunate, I want to feel your presence.
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm still here.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is not a podcast.
See, I know okay, my mates, I'm listening and writing things down. So yeah.
Yeah, so I want to hear from you. Like, what are your thoughts? Like I want us to engage, right?
Well, I'm interested. I'm willing to learn, and whatever you ask us to do, I'm ready to bring it on board.
Okay, maybe I will see once I expect to see some output.
I got this, don't worry.
Okay, cool. So please, Naya said, guys, look, if we need to set up time, even on Sunday, right, we can do so, do like 30 minutes, whatever, right? Yeah, because yes, I understand that it's important to give feedback early enough, right? And I won't go too deep in terms of the feedback. But I will remind you that there's still a lot more that needs to be done, so that you can see the level of depth that exists in design. Okay. Yeah. So couple of things. Okay, sure. Shoot.
Okay, so I wanted to also, I heard you talking about light. Like you said, you must design a light persona, a light user journey map. So what is light in your definition? Because I just go full out, I just do everything. Yeah, so I don't know what is light.
Okay, so
please clarify on light.
Okay, so I want you guys, whatever stuff you have, to be able to justify it, so that you know, okay, this information that I have on this persona is going to be valuable.
Okay.
I don't want you to have a fat persona because you saw like some example or template online
from behind,
right? Because that details that I know for sure, without a doubt, that designers do not understand why the hell they have this thing, but they will include those details, right?
Like a progress bar. Those progress bars on personas, like how do you measure that? And
right. So I want you guys to really, the main purpose is to say, okay, this kind of a person,
okay,
they have a great exposure to a smartphone. They're very familiar with it. They're able to navigate it, etc. Right? They install apps. They do stuff. They maybe have apps that help them to listen to music or to run or to manage their tasks, etc. Right? So that's like really meant to gauge, the proficiency level, right? Is this person okay? Yes, this person have a smartphone, but all they do is just use WhatsApp and calls, right?
Okay.
So in our case, right, we're not solving a problem for people who don't know how to use technology.
Yes.
We ask, okay, whoever that is working with us should know they should have a laptop. They should have a
connection,
right? Yeah. And anyone else who doesn't have such tools, that's not our audience.
Target, yes, that's not our target audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I guess the reason why I asked you, because since you specified about light, is because I have my way of designing designing apps. Yes. So with me, when I start, I have like a research plan first. That's where I draft out everything on how I want to tackle my research and everything, and how I want to build on the project. So that's why I was asking, because you said lights, and sometimes, like I told you right now, like whenever I do something, I just make sure that I do every single thing. So that's why I was asking about, like, whether should I include my research plan, and then when I get to empathize, should I include an empathy map, or what? Like, what do you expect from this process? Because I have my way of designing. So yeah, so I just want to basically a brief rundown of your whole process and what you expect from us. Yes.
No.
Okay, Fortunate, I'm gonna respond. You want to say something?
Yeah. Actually, you said we should look at the research part for now. right? Or am I wrong?
No, not for now. Not for now. You
For
do
the
as much
first
as you can.
session. So, oh, okay.
So you do as much
I
as you
wanted to
can.
answer Ntogozo actually, but I guess I'm wrong.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, right, yes, you will do as much as you can. You go, if you can complete research, in 1 day, it's fine. You go, you
Okay.
move on to the next phase, right?
Okay.
But I'm saying, I don't want to control your pace. Okay.
Mm.
Do as much as you can. Like, for instance, I can do the research in 1 day. Someone will need a month or 2 months, etc. Right? But the most important thing is really about it being intentional, right? Because we are not the first ones who are doing this. There are people already who are doing it. Let's learn from them. What is it that we can copy? What is it that we can learn from them? What is it that we can improve? Right? It's just a matter of finding shortcuts and then deciding on what you need to validate. Right?
All right.
Yeah. So you can talk about an empathy map, right?
Okay.
But I don't want you to say that this is what a designer feels or think or do or whatever, if that stuff there is not useful.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. Because that's what I was asking.
Right.
Because like this is
So
but no, I understand
when
you.
yeah, so such activities, you can do them when you're doing a research, right? When you interact with individuals.
Yes.
Then you can say, based on the research, right, this is what designers feel. They feel that they're not empowered enough to make design decisions, etc. They feel that they don't have the right tools, or they don't they feel that they can't keep up with the changes that are happening in the design space. And they think that if they don't always like research, etc., right, that their designs are not good enough, or whatever the case is, right? Like I can give you examples, but I'm just thumb sucking, right?
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying there are things that you can get from the internet that you don't necessarily have to get, because remember, the research back in the day, it used to be largely done because via one-on-ones or maybe groups, because a lot of the research was not available online. So there are a number of ways of doing it, of getting the information. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is to find ways and find easier ways of getting the information. Right. So hence I'm saying, let's start that. Let's check out what others have done, and then we list what like have a complete list, and then yes, we will have an opportunity at some point if it is necessary. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And remember, even when you do it, when you validate our concepts, we'll get to know, we'll talk about how to draft mental model questions. So that will also be an opportunity to actually test if we are taking the right direction or not. And then whatever that is new, we can incorporate based on their feedback. Because that there will be two things. One is to get an understanding without even showing designs. Once we get their understanding, where do they go to stay up to date with the design changes? If they need to learn about how to design for an omnichannel experience, or maybe they need to learn about a design principle, where do they go? Maybe they'll say, yeah, no, I never just go to Google and type whatever, and then I go to whichever site. Or no, maybe I typically follow the NN group, or I have few YouTubers that I follow, etc. Or maybe I talk to my senior designer or whatever the case is, right? They will tell us, right? And we can see what's missing. Have you ever done a design competition? Okay, cool. Please tell us, how do you feel? No. Okay, cool. What worked for you? What didn't work for you, right? And why would you recommend that someone should do it? What have you learned, etc. Right? We'll get such like rich research. Okay. And yeah, as part of that exercise, we can ask such questions in the first 30 minutes. The second 30 minutes, we can, show them our design concepts to validate and see if there are gaps. We'll debrief and then make those changes and we move faster.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. And then, yeah, so we need to think about, right, the look and feel at some point. We'll get there, right? And so yeah, I mean, that's like pretty much it, guys. Like I don't like, talk too much. And yeah, and I mean, once we launch this thing, right, we'll prioritize on the key tasks that we need to do, and then we'll decide on what to do first. And yeah, like we'll just like add stuff and fine tune as we go.
Okay.
All right. No problem.
Questions?
No, I think you've answered everything that I wanted. So just do as much as you can and do what makes sense, So don't just do an empathy map just because you saw it online. Yeah. So I think that also works. So yeah. No, I think you've answered everything. And yeah, I think I'll see what I can do by next week Friday and I'll present it. So do you also want us to present it like with Figma? Because I think that's another way of just doing things,
Yeah, you guys can do everything in Figma.
All right. So I think that's also perfect.
Yeah, like I don't want like fat like slides, PowerPoint presentations. No, like I don't want like fancy presentations. I want fancy digital experience, which is the output.
Okay. All right.
What a customer will touch, that's what I want. A wow design concept, that's what I want. But other things, you can just write stuff, as if you're using like Notepad. Like, okay, these are the bullet points, boom, 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 boom. Because the important thing is to focus on what will bring us the most value.
Okay. And that's
And
also
work
going to help with
in a very, very efficient way.
Okay. Because with talking about value, that's also going to help with search engine optimization too. And it also help us rank, help the website rank on the first page of Google. So I think that's another thing.
What did you say? Sorry.
Search engine optimization.
Oh, SEO, right?
Yes.
SEO, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's some of the things we also need to look at on how can we make the website appear on first page for Google. If whenever a UX designer is trying to learn or wants to join competition, how do we make your website pop up first? And I think that's some of the things we also need to look into.
Yeah. Can you do web development, Fortunate?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Do you have stuff that you can share with me that you've done?
Well, they're on my old laptop and it crashed. So I just recently got this laptop now.
Okay, cool.
But
cool.
I can do it.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. No, sure. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so guys, yeah, as I said, right, if you need to meet up with me, I don't know if did we link up? I don't think we did link up on LinkedIn. Fortunate?
No. Nope.
Hello?
Putumi Mtia, right? That's your name for LinkedIn.
Dokoza, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Well,
dude.
or you can hear me. Okay. Because I'm gonna go on load shedding soon. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on load shedding soon. It's gonna switch off any minute.
I just invited you on LinkedIn, ne? King, what's going on?